Hey Grains, welcome to another episode of Squishies. They are not people. Except for that one time we got a baby squishy and we transformed it into a cannibalistic demon wolf. I really need to question the direction I'm taking this channel. Many of you have been requesting that I do another squishy unmakeover, which is a spoof and spin-off of the Squishy Makeover series by Mariah Elizabeth. And since I got a new toy, 3D fabric paints by Arrtx. They sent this to me because they wanted me to try it out, and the only other 3D paint that I've ever tried was from the dollar store, so I'll be able to compare. The box itself doesn't give us much indication of what's on the inside, so I think the list of colors should be either in the front or the back, except it's vaguely at the bottom. That's a design thing that needs to change. And as always, I will not know what squishy I'll be doing, since I'm going to be opening a surprise box that Smushy Mushy sent. I don't know why. They enjoy seeing me destroy their squishies, but I guess they have the same humor as we little grains, don't they? Before we begin, this week's shoutouts go to Explode Toad, Corrine Flowers, Angel, you're too close, man. 10cookie01. Remember, if you want to shout out in my Friday videos, don't forget to hashtag Nerdification Squad in the comment section below within the first 45 minutes of a video's release. Or hashtag NerdyCrafter on Instagram or Twitter anytime with any of your creations. Ready, Angel? Alright, let's see what's inside. I make it. Oh, the salt is rising. Calm down. Calm down. What is this? It looks like salt. It legitimately looks like salt. Can you grains see this? Okay, hang on. This is not glitter. This is like salt. How weird is that? Why is there salt in a squishy box? That is weird. What's up with that? There are two boxes in here. One is a sugar fix and the other one is creamy dreamy. Get your minds out of the gutter. It looks like the creamy dreamy might be similar to the ones that we've done in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and open a sugar fix. Oh my god. Like, what is this? Like, this salt thing is everywhere. As much as I love salt, I just don't want it. Did something explode? Oh my god, these are so cute. These boxes are adorable. Is that bubblegum? Is that bubblegum? Is this edible? Yeah, it is edible. Okay, but please someone explain to me what this is. Should I be worried? All right, I want this to be interactive, so I'm going to ask you Grains on Instagram, community tab, and probably on Twitter, which color I should open. It's probably gonna give me all different results, but we'll try anyways. So it seems both on Twitter and the community tab, blue is winning, so let's go for blue. I probably shouldn't be doing that. You know what? Heck, let's open a creamy dreamy too, because you don't know what's on the inside of the creamy dream. Yeah, this, whoever did this marketing thing, bad idea. Just don't put salty things everywhere. I did put one in my mouth. It's foam, it's not edible. So yeah, don't do this. It's just got everywhere. Oh my god. Oh, and they have those liquidy effects. We have pink, and we have green, and purple. You know what, I'm gonna go for green. Let's just, oh my gosh, my desk is such a mess. This is not okay. I am not pleased with this packaging. Because now it's all over my fingers, it's all over my items, it's all over my cow. Dishonor on you. All right, let's start with the gumball machine. There are options that we can get. A giraffe, bunny, which I feel like is in every one of them. A unicorn, octopus, Shiba Inu. It's the dog. I think that's a porcupine. I'm not sure. I think that's a cat, maybe a seal. And the rare one is the bat with an eye patch. I need that in my life. And then we can get all these things on the inside. It's funny because they say new scented, but what scent is it? It's like the babies. I wasn't sure what it was supposed to smell like. Maybe dirty diapers. I'm gonna hope for the bat because it's rare, and of course you want the rare things. Oh, it's revealed. We get Olivia Octopus, which is cute. There's a lot I could do with it. All right, so let's see the companion first because I didn't pay attention to the companions. Oh, it's a cute little candy.
But not for long.
It's not gonna stay cute for long. It smells like cotton candy. And smush test. Average rising. And now for Olivia. Ooh, oh, that is cute.
But not for long.
Again. All right, squish test. Very nice. Also smells like cotton candy and plastic. Can't get rid of plastic. And then let's open the creamy dreamy. It's quite drizzly. Oh my god. Look at that. It's everywhere and it's just such a mess. Yeah, next time, guys, don't do that. It's not cute. All right, let's open the companion first. And we get a green frosting. Maybe it's because of the container on the outside. I know it looks like poo with chocolate on it, but I believe with the name Creamy Dreamy, it's supposed to be cream. And our main character, we get a polar bear. That's cute. Doesn't really smell like much. Squish test. Very slow. Very, very slow rising. And we get 2 of the frostings with the chocolate right on top. Oh, and there's this cute little scratch game that apparently you can win prizes for the app, which I guess let's try scratching it at the end. I probably won't redeem the prize, so whoever wants to redeem it first can do that. And now let's see what colors we get to work with. So my first impression on these colors is that they look really fun. I love the different kinds of tones and hues. But right off the bat, I realized that there are no color names on the labels. That, for me, personally does bug me a little bit, so that's another packaging thing they need to fix. My first victim is going to be the little bear, and it's cream poop. The green cream poop. Having a white color is definitely a little too pure for me, so I'm going to go with something a little on the dark side. But before we get into the actual design, I need to trim off unnecessary pieces and add on extra bits. For the glue, I am using a Fabri-Tac permanent adhesive, and I find it generally seems to stick within 5 to 10 minutes. So the idea I'm going for is a steampunk creature. And I really wanted to do a top hat, kind of, you know, I don't know why top hat.
The reason I wanted a top hat, actually I know exactly why, is because when I was browsing on Google for inspiration for steampunk, images like these ones popped out.
And I am using the extra squishy piece from the Crap Kit Karina Garcia squishy kit, because I mean we can't let it go to waste, so we might as well use it for good use. So for this look, we're definitely going for something that has to do with metals and bolts and screws, maybe a clock here and there. I haven't decided just yet. Let's see where our imagination takes us. To put the goggles on the face, the surface is a little too soft, so I decided to take some sandpaper and scrape that stuff, and then glue the bits right on top. Now, in order to seal the deal and not make it look too foamy, because Ugrains informed me, I went ahead and took the 3D fabric paint and put it all over everything to give it that coat to make it a smooth surface. Once my little bear was mostly dry, I decided to mix some of the Arrtx fabric paint, the yellow one, with my Tulip, also fabric paint. The idea is to get a beigey brown. I didn't want the bear to be too dark brown, and I didn't want it to be too yellow-y. One of the things I did notice about the Arrtx fabric paint is that it is quite on the thick side. I guess it depends on the project you want to make, but for this one, I really felt like I was icing cake instead of painting it, but I can definitely see its uses for the 3D part of that paint. I have to admit, I am in love with this golden 3D fabric paint, but if you look, they give us gold, but nowhere in sight is there a silver. I don't know why they give us 2 of the same yellows. Instead, I would opt for maybe a silver to complement the gold. But again, what do I know? I just craft. I know nothing. So I tried to mix in some Perlex powders with the white fabric paint, and it was like, no, that is not going to be shiny. So I opted for just black and white. I would make it as 5 o'clock because that's the time it currently is right now. It's 5 p.m. and I'm not very original. Aha, you grains forgot about the companion? Well, I didn't. Look at the companion right there. Since the original thing took quite a bit of time. I figured this companion is going to be golden and then some pieces of silver metal is going to stick out from its ends. Well, that chocolate, we're going to turn it into a silver chocolate. And then the goggles is just going to be like Cyclops, just one piece. And here is the little companion. Here are my steampunk-inspired creatures. I feel like the poop cream, looks kind of confused. It's like,
I want to be steampunk, but at the same time, I want to be futuristic.
I think it's the goggles. I definitely love this idea. I think I could have put a little bit more patches to make the little screws. He's here. Wow, English. Cannot say it. But you'd be surprised how difficult it is to get details, really tiny details. I don't know why I make small things, but when it comes to fabric paint, it's pretty hard getting details because the surface is lumpy bumpy. Now, we're going to be going with this little critter. Let's see how well you grains know me. What do you think I'll transform this into? Make sure that you vote. I'm very curious. Still smells like candy, but the other one didn't smell like anything. We're gonna do a squish test at the end. I really want to give them all enough time to dry. Let's do the doing. Alright, so if you guessed a Cthulhu, you are absolutely correct. I haven't done anything Cthulhu-y, all I've done was like Kraken in the past. So this is the perfect occasion to do a tiny chibi type of one. As always, we're starting by removing what's unnecessary and adding on the pieces that are. There are versions of Cthulhu that have little fins on the side of the head in addition to wings, so I think that's the version I really want to go with. Unfortunately,
Sacrifices must be made.
And that sacrifice came from the companion. Now, before you get upset about the little companion, don't go saying,
This poor little companion, it deserved to be a creature too.
now it is part of a greater thing. Once I got the front tentacles and the fin in front, I definitely wanted to make the wings, but not too big. So I took the donut again from the Karina Garcia craft kit, cut it in half, and then made a triangular shape. We're gonna stay basic because I don't want to remove the attention from the front. And anyways, every time you see Cthulhu, most times the wings are pretty tiny. In order to make sure that the wings don't droop forward, I put a piece of foam in the back to kind of just push them a little more towards, well, the back. Let's hope it does work. I shoved in 2 toothpicks. Now we have a Cthulhu popsicle. And now what I'm going to do is put the 3D fabric paint so that we can seal in any of the gaps and the foam kind of look. Once that dries, one of the things I regretted with the first piece is that I tried to paint over multiple layers, when in fact what I've been doing in past videos is using spray paint, and that is fabric spray paint. And that stuff really covers properly. So if you're gonna do something like this, I highly recommend the spray paint. And then you go ahead and paint it because that's going to remove a lot of layers for you to have to do. I did go back to the dollar store 3D fabric paint, the one that's glow in the dark, and it is a lot more liquidy. I found it easier to cover those little bubble holes, or those the little foam holes. So I'm a little conflicted. Isn't thicker paint technically better quality? But then again, is that the right quality for the right project? Those of you who've been doing this squishy makeover thing or unmakeover for longer than I have, that's a question you should know. Here we are 2 days later. Which one of these two is your favorite? Do you like the steampunk pimpin' bear or the chibi trying to be scary Cthulhu but not quite scary? Make sure you vote. I have to say, for me, the bear is my favorite so far, but then, oh yeah, that's true. There's also the cream poo. Do you like the cream poo? When it comes to the fabric paints, I'll be honest, for me, they just felt a little too thick for squishy making. I don't know if they're too thick for other projects. Some of you might like it thick. Putting them on a heavy layer, kind of like what I did over here, it was a little bumpy. Wow, verb tenses. It is kind of lumpy, and I'm not a huge fan. I've never been a huge fan of glossy paint. I've always loved my things matte, even my polymer clay creation. Polymer clay creations. I've always preferred them matte, so if we can get a paint that is still matte in the same way, hang on, that my Tulip paints are, I'll take it. Thank you so much for watching my little grains. If you want a crafty video, make sure you check it up here. And if you want to watch a salty video, make sure you check it down there. Until then, I will see you in the next video.